I'm here with Stephen Howson and I'm here with Abdullah. We're outside Old Trafford. We're still second in the group, but I don't know how.
Is that your attempt at a positive? We got shown up tonight, didn't we? We are not even close to being close to them. They are. That's the standard that you've got to be in European competition. My old man said to us as we got in there, he goes, "You remember the first time we saw these?" I was like, "Yeah, it's like 96 or something." We were talking about yesterday. They turned up and we was like, "Oh, we're going to test ourselves against a top team here," and then we beat them. There was no point in that game tonight where you was like, "Oh, we'll kick in here and we'll beat these." There's no belief in the fans. There's no belief in the players. There's no belief. We are not a European giant anymore. People don't fear us. Juventus come here tonight and didn't get out of first gear and beat us. They didn't need to get out of first gear. Would any of our players get in their team apart from Dave?
Apart from Pogba.
Really? Over who?
He'd still get in. He's our best player today again.
Still miles away from them, though. I don't think anyone gets in apart from Dave. And if it wasn't for Dave, it would have been a cricket score. Did we even have a shot on target that you can remember apart from Marshall's never going to happen event? 30 seconds to go. And why didn't we make a substitution?
Why do you think Jose didn't make a substitution?
I haven't a clue, mate. Why don't we make a substitution? 90 minutes ticks by. He sent Chong out to warm up with some sort of intent because he really ramped up his warming up and you're like, oh, it's happening here. And why not throw him on? I haven't seen how many crosses Ashley Young thrown in, but I feel like it was like 400. And I think one...
What's up with Lukaku, man?
Lukaku's needed a rest for about a month and he's not getting it.
Is it really down to him just needing a rest? Because he plays for Belgium on international breaks in friendlies and scores goals?
Well, Belgium's set up and they've got world-class players all over the place that are playing to his strengths.
So that would suggest it's not tiredness?
I think it's a bit of both. I think he definitely needs a rest from United. Would you change the manager? I think that's... What? Would you change the manager?
He's taking my job, would you change the manager?
Maybe.
That's not an answer.
It is an answer.
It's not.
It is an answer because at weekend you see Jose sets the team up with a tactical thing and I thought he got it spot on. I think it was 10 seconds away from a victory at weekend. And I think that's down to individual errors. But I saw nothing from the manager tonight. There's not a yes and no answer. There's shades of grey with all of this sort of stuff. Is it Jose's fault that they put in that spineless performance tonight? At some point, a fraction of it is.
Was it spineless or just we're not good enough?
Both. We're not good enough, but when a team's not good enough, why do you see giant killings left, right and centre in the FA Cup? Because the manager sends them out with a rocket up their arse that they try. There was 60 minutes gone, 1-0 down, Old Trafford, Champions League night, and we're strolling around like we're 3-0 up. What the f***? Where's the effort? Where's the leadership on the pitch?
So where does that got to come from?
Why aren't people screaming and calling everyone a and getting everyone to start moving? Because it's not acceptable. You can't stroll around the pitch losing at home. I remember when Fenerbahce beat us, it was like 97, 98, and that broke United's record. First time we'd ever lost at home in Europe. It was like some died. Now it's just like, oh, we got beat in Europe. Who gives a f***? It's not good enough, and we're not good enough.
What needs to change, Abdullah?
Loads, mate. From the top to bottom, it's been like that. It was clear in the summer and it's just continuing throughout the season. Not surprised at all. Today you can talk about systems and I can blame Mourinho for not making those changes, but sometimes some of those players were picking the ball up and as soon as they lose it, there's just loads of them. The heads go down. Like there was one where Martial lost the ball and he just turns around and is like, oh, and the ball's right behind him. Chase the ball. It's the Champions League night against Juventus. Madrid, when those teams come here, when those big sides come here, you need to turn up. All these players talk every time in the media about how they want to play these sides, how they want to play in these big nights. Where's the performances at? Lindelof was our best player out there today, and he's been under criticism. I don't care what anyone says. He was absolutely brilliant tonight. The amount of cover he made for Luke Shaw when he was moving further up the pitch. But changes should have come on. Chong should have come on. I don't care. We needed a bit of energy. If Sanchez was injured, then bring Chong on.
There was two things that I seen today. I seen Jose looking on a sideline with Sandro running at Ashley Young next to him. And I was wondering what his thoughts would have been about that, especially given the rumours linking us to Sandro. And then there was a bit where I kind of just... First of all, what do you think about when you look at our defence? Because surely there's big problems there. And then Chiellini, there was one moment when we actually got in. Martial gets in and Bonucci wipes him out. And you're thinking, we need a centre-half like that. And it was just those two moments where I thought, big differences, but is that as an excuse?
No, it's not an excuse. Like I said, of course, transfers should have come in. I've been saying this on all my fan cams. Loads of changes, but it's just bits from the manager, bits from the players, and just everyone's just chucking blame at everyone. And today, those changes should have really come in. Pereira, every time the ball was coming back in the middle, imagine giving Pereira the ball in that space instead of Matic. Matic sideways, same ball out to Luke Shaw, same ball out to Ashley Young, and then.
Why isn't Matic being held accountable for his underperformance?
Because he's Jose's boy.
Jose's favourites, isn't it?
Jose's teacher's pet, same as Lukaku.
Is that a problem?
He clearly is a problem.
I remember when England used to pick players. Remember, and it used to be that, oh, you're just picking them on reputations. Is that what we're seeing at the moment?
No, it's not a reputational thing. It's the look. For everything that Jose wants to come out and say, I know for a fact that he's fell out with players. And players that are getting picked in terms of Marshall. I only believe Marshall's getting picked so he signs his contract so we're not losing for free. I'm certain that's the case. I'm certain if Jose has his way, he'd be on the bench and not getting games. He has to play Pogba because it's for Pogba and actually he's a pretty good player. But Bayer, you ain't seen Bayer for mate, because he's fell out with him. But there's some players in the dressing room, and weirdly, I don't know how this one works, but David De Gea is one of them. Matic is another, and Lukaku is another, and they're really telling everyone and saying, let's get behind the manager and this, that, and the other. So they're never going to get dropped, no matter how tired they are, and that's wrong.
Shall I tell you what?
Problem.
Adam, just one more thing. Him not dropping these players is damaging these players as well. We need to understand that. Once another manager walks in, some of those players are good enough to be in the side. We've seen Lukaku score, 28 goals or something last season, and with better service, with better movement around him, he can do well. Now, I'm not saying he should be. I'm not saying he should be starting week in, week out. Even though I've wanted Ron for years at United, I always said we need to change our game plan every week. But you're damaging these players. Some of them are good enough, and you're not getting the best out of them. Even if they're your favourite players, drop them. It's as simple as that.
Cheers, lads.